Well, folks, it is a beautiful morning here in the forest. Beth and I found a really cute little camp spot with a little creek. We got set up here yesterday and just kind of been chilling and just enjoying the quietness of this spot and just the ambience of the little creek. But this morning I feel like I want to get back out and do a little bit of exploring. So the campsite that we found is kind of down in a big valley, and so the sun has to get pretty high in the sky before it actually starts filtering through the trees. But it's just starting to now, and it's really pretty. I really like this time of the year to be in the forest. Everything's just so lush and green, and when you have sunny days like this and the sun starts to kind of filter through and you get that dappled light on the different elements, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of magical a little bit. But like I said, I do want to maybe get out a little bit today, do a little adventuring. We are going to stay here in this camp, so Beth has actually decided that she wants to stay and just continue to enjoy the camp. We've been hiking a lot the last few days, so I can understand her wanting a bit of a down day, but I think Ben and I, we're going to go find another trail and see if we can't explore and see another waterfall. This is a pretty nice campsite, isn't it?
Yeah, I really like it. It's nice. It's very peaceful.
So Ben and I are going to go do a little hiking, but you've decided that you want to just enjoy it for the day.
Yeah, I have some work and I just want to hang around camp and do my own thing today. Sounds nice.
I don't blame you. It is a nice campsite and it's very relaxing here. So I'm on my way to the trailhead, but I noticed when we were driving up the main road that there was a couple other little dirt roads that went off towards a creek. And I was curious if there was some neat little camp spots. There is a spot here that I'm checking out, and there's a little fire pit, and it does have access down to the creek, though it looks a little sketchy maybe going up and down that, but it is nice. I guess the biggest thing that I don't like personally is that it is right off the highway. We barely pulled in here, so you have the main road, the main paved road going right by the camp all the time. But if it's all you can find, it's not a horrible spot. All right, well, we've made it to the trailhead. Just getting some snacks together, making sure I have everything in my pack that I want, including water and any camera gear that I want to take along for the trip. So, looks like it's going to be a nice little hike. It's a beautiful day. I think it's only like a couple miles to the waterfall, so probably about 4 to 5 mile round trip altogether today. So I think that'll be really nice. Okay, come on, dude. So I am disappointed that Beth is not with me on this trip. It's always fun to have her along. It's just nice to be able to share different experiences with someone versus just kind of being out on your own. But at the same time, we have done a lot of hikes this week. We did a hike to Blue Pool, which was a lot of fun and a really pretty hike. And then we hiked into a little mountain lake. And then we also hiked into some waterfalls. Now, the challenge that sometimes we have is the fact that we're both YouTubers and we're both trying to capture and make videos, and sometimes that doesn't always go real well when you're both trying to film the same thing at the same time. And admittedly, sometimes we get on each other's nerves a little bit. Now that just happens, so it's nice to be able to come out and do a trip like this and be solo, give her some time to be able to enjoy the camp and have some alone time, and then I can get out, also have some alone time, and then that way when we're back together again, we get to really enjoy each other. I think that's fairly normal in relationships. I don't think that's something that is abnormal. But if you're watching our videos, it may always look like it's flowers and butterflies and we're just always having such a great time. But we have our little struggles just like everybody else. So for the most part, this trail does seem like it's maintained. I've seen cut logs that indicate that somebody comes along here and opens the trail up when fallen trees, but all the brush and overgrowth kind of lead me to believe that it's not really hiked that often. So it's a nice trail, especially if you're looking for a little seclusion, because this is a busy weekend. This is 4th of July weekend, and there was nobody at this trailhead. And then, like I said, just kind of looking at the condition of the trail, it's in good shape, but at the same time, doesn't seem overly hiked. So we popped out of the forest here and we've come out onto a rim where there's a bit of an exposed lookout where you can kind of get a bit of a view. It's still filtered a little bit through the trees, but it's really beautiful on a day like today. All right, guys, well, we've come out onto another cool rock cropping that's giving us a nice lay of the land here, allowing us to kind of see a little bit through the trees. You do have a little filtered view of the tops of Middle and North Sister, so that's really nice. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this trail, and like I said, nobody's on it, so it's been a really quiet and peaceful time. All right, guys, well, I think we're getting close to the falls because I can hear what sounds like some falls. But as we starting to drop down, the trail is getting a little less maintained. I had to go through some areas back there that where there's trees and I had to jump over. But it does look like either these are new trees that just fell over, or maybe the maintenance didn't come down this far. Are you coming, dude? So I'm definitely going to tell you the difficulty on this trail has gotten much higher since we started kind of dropping down into this canyon. There's been a lot more fallen trees. There's a lot more ups and downs. The trail is pretty narrow. Looks like now we're getting ready to head down a pretty steep grade that is narrow. That definitely, if it was wet, it would be slick. All right, well, we found a nice little spot to stop and rest for a minute, but what we haven't found is the waterfalls. And I feel like maybe I missed something somewhere because this trail dead ends. We're up on this little rock cropping And the trail looks like it continues down the hill here, but it only goes down maybe another 20 yards or so, and then it just disappears. It just stops. So I'm not necessarily sure what happened here. I do feel like I can hear what's probably waterfalls off in the distance, but I can't find any way to them at this point. So it looks like the trail continues on. I mean, though, it's pretty sparse right through here, but you get down right to about where Ben's at right there, and that's it. I don't know what happened to it from there. Can't see anything there that looks like a trail, or anything this direction that looks like the trail continues. There's a nice little spring here. That's kind of handy, but I am not. Oh, maybe I just found it. Well, it is. I might have just found it. Okay. All right. Well, I think I did find it here. This looks like it's in pretty bad shape. So I'm gonna go back up. I left my gear sitting up there where I was having a snack. I'm gonna load back up, and we'll see if we can continue on. I'll tell you what, the trail's gotten a little bit better, but it's not great. But I feel like we're almost on top of this thing. I think we're really, really close. So hopefully it's all gonna have been worth it. Whew. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Oh man, that breeze feels amazing. Oh wow. I don't know, can't quite see it yet, but tell you what, guys, you're really gonna have to want this one. This is a lot of work coming down in here, but man, on a beautiful day like today, the way the sun is filtering through here, it is stunning. It's kind of a cascading, kind of a staircase type waterfall, but man, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So one other nice thing about it is when we were hiking up top there, it was actually getting really warm in the middle of the day. But down here next to the falls, it's actually really cool. It feels really nice. But I will say, everything down here is slick and mossy, and it's a little treacherous. I kind of maneuvered around a little bit to try to get some different shots, but I just had to be really careful, because not only careful for myself, but to make sure that wherever Ben was trying to follow me was safe for him. So I think we've enjoyed it enough, and we're gonna start making our way out of here. Well, we got back up to the little rock knoll where I thought I'd lost the trail before. Just stop for a break, take a little breather, have some water, a little snack. Should be fairly easy going from this point on. I know that there were still a couple tough sections still between here and once we get actually back up on the rim, but I kind of feel like now that we've gotten to this point, it should be not too bad. But man, I tell you what, I'm really glad that I went all the way through. When I got to this point and it wasn't clear where the trail was, I absolutely was ready to call it quits and just turn around and head back. But sometimes you just got to push through difficult things, and it was well worth it. I will say that I am looking forward very much to getting back to our little camp and throwing on some swim shorts and cooling off in that little pool that we have that the little creek is flowing into. Oh man, it is a beautiful day, but definitely feeling the warmth. Will say though, it feels very magical in this forest, and I'm very happy to be back up on the upper rim where the trail was pretty well maintained. Well, we made it back to camp and we spent the core of the afternoon hanging out, playing some games, and Beth even joined me in a little bit of a cold plunge, which felt amazing after I got back from the hike. It was warm out there, and dipping into the cold creek is exactly what I needed. So anyhow, we're kind of getting wound down for the evening. Beth has got a little projector screen set up for us, and she's going to set up a little projector. We're going to sit on the little inflatable couch that she has, and we're going to watch movies tonight. I think is going to be a nice, relaxing night. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a like. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those down below. We'll catch you guys again outside.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.